We're going over the AIPT testing courses for today and your railroad turn. With the Dean permission, although some of them may be moshed out for the MOS series of the DoD work mailman internship, which could lead to listening, testing, and only sectionalized act as CPOL mill, but into the inverse of what is becoming in your own travels and studying to your own ARFCO and S1 position as conductor or any other start on the railroad in dedicated service. Through certified training of the AIPD and MOS, and as well as the Navy FLAC, and as in the Hazardous Material Maintenance Program of the PHMSA, and Florida Railroad Stations of the FRA. Dean permits. Today I bring you, we'll take a quick look at the top headers. They're all about 45 minutes. What they demand is a 75% passing, testing, 45. These are all about $50 tests each. What I have to produce is 23 tests for each one of them, but I've copied down all 30 notebooks that I've had to plan for a 42-day American Legion or 42-day study class with 30 hand notebooks, and you'll be required to write one 30-page notebook, which is a hazmat material 100 through 185, and material. Other than that, you will be in Navy FLAC. These are the regular AIPD railroad turns, and we'll go over the headers for. This is edition 4. We'll go over TM subcourse of TM0656, the diesel electric locomotives, and it is worth a total of 8 credit hours. And the credit hours are high school credits. And once you go to E3, they give you 3, for every 3 credits, they'll give you 1 stripe up. Or maybe it was just back to E3. I couldn't care. But subcourse TR06367, railroad operations. Railroad operations is worth, I guess it's worth 4. And this one would be the railroad operations planning is worth 11, railroad operations planning would be worth 15. And you can see you'd have your tonnage capacity determination components. I could read all the subcourses to you. Supplement requirements. On this one header you might have your lesson exercises. Mechanical structure, electrical system, mechanical maintenance and repair, electrical maintenance and repair and troubleshooting. Your railroad yard would tell you how to get around the yard. The railroad yard is worth 11. And some of them are different headed and they have lessons here. I don't know if it's got the general breakdown on the first 3 pages. Yard railroad terminals. Rail yard operations, yard personnel, and safety. With the credit hours for each one of these. And that's pretty not bad for your, like a 90-page book of 10 high school credits. I mean, what more can you ask? Now back over to the MOS side. We have track maintenance 1 and 2. I've made a small AIPD book. I used an AIPD sticker and I put it on every corner on every slide. Although it's not really pasted together right because it didn't have it come with a video. This railroad track maintenance will teach you wet spots, grade, track gauge. Railroad operations 1 is worth 10 school credits. And this is in the MOS. In the Activities catalog it says CES. I'm supposed to take this a little bit further because of GTE know-how and railroad track maintenance in Washington. Lesson exercises, tram subcourse 1, track rehabilitation, turnaround special switches, curves, high grade crossing, guardrails, seasonal maintenance, special problems, maintenance and ways, and you see your credit hours is listed. Not bad, eh? Here we go into maintenance of a diesel electric locomotive, where you learn guzzler and baking method on how to clean a freight train and other things. I wonder if we can get a little sub-course heading so I could let you know. The Army Rail Equipment. Diesel electric locomotive in the rolling stock is always in 3 credits. Yeah. I think we went over railroad operations. These are fleet manual block operations. It talks about railroad operations. No biggie. Comes with the answers. Your buddy tests you. And it's about $50 to send it in and get your bare minimum for them to process your transcript. Military railway equipment. Railway equipment is worth, I don't know, I didn't get this one down. But, for instance, here it comes with the answer sheet. You have to score an importance of 70. The passing score of the ACCP is now 70%. Please disregard all references to 75%. Sorry. Railroad loading and blocking is worth 1. I did not get this one back here. Loading and blocking railway cars, railway operation theater. There's a totally different one that I didn't pull out yet. True. Goes over summary phases and ones, and that's just a list, the glossary. Anyways, we got your dispatching. Dispatching goes on and on. These are longer tests. You have to know the railway safety records. So you got diesel electric locomotives, railway operations in the yard, military train operations, military railway equipment, maintenance diesel electric locomotive, track maintenance 1, track maintenance 1, track maintenance 2, railway dispatching, loading and blocking, railway operations. I will expect 1 book a day out of any student to completion.
So, what would you suspect somebody new looking into this? Which tests would they want to start studying for at this point?
Out of our school, track maintenance 1, 2, and Navy Flak 301 binding, and track crew repair. The 2 sub courses. What I did is I go down to Get Tradoc, and you look up the top head courses like sub course 675. They give you any addition to it, and my dear pal, I'd like to show you something. Off the header of the Get Tradoc started mission. It says that it explains the procedure of enrolling in the Army correspondence courses of the Administrative Army and certain other government agencies, the Program Administration, AIPD, AI Consolidated. Army Course, the ACCP administrates the Army Institute's Professional Development and Army Training in Fort Eustis, Virginia. Its correspondence offerings and eligibility requirements to development correspondence and course materials, explanations, responsibilities, technical accuracy, material represented concerning grades, changes to address courses and enrollment and extensions. The AIPD Army and Test Events of U.S. Army Supportance of Newport News, Virginia 2368. 001. Email the address to the preface of the catalog of the www.ats.army.mil.ACCP.AIPD.HTML. Into the next section, we go over this top-headed pages. 70% of the class, 70%. Single sub-course, new failures. You may re-enroll in the sub-course. Part C. If your enrollment in one course and the second failure is treated as the same as enrolled in the sub-course of this next paragraph, the course in the you have failed in the second course twice, the AIPD assigned in the school program does not affect the continued enrollment in course of all sub-courses within the course must be completed or accepted to receive a course completion notice. The certified notice is the USMJ, sections, articles 107, 132, and 134. Award Moss Branch. That's what kind of I'm working on because I am technically a DOD-IIC military mailman, mail clerk. So I wrote it down on my MCCS award services, and an award is given to what is known as the default of the Get Tradoc program of the AIPD. The qualification for the reserve components, resident training, and qualification for the branch qualifications, course, subcourse issued, subcourse completed is up to date. And then what it really wants you to do, if you're going to not join my program, you can also join this program online. And I'm trying to get to the part where it says where you can be bumped up from E3 to E4. But it must be somewhere else. And that goes cut. Alright, wait.